Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Learn more and get a quote at USAA.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Coaching Youth Hoops Podcast.
They're playing basketball.
Here's our hosts, Steve Collins, and Bill Flitter.
All right, welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops.
I don't know why you don't like my coffee mug, Coach.
Don't like your coffee.
Basketball. You know, I found this in Wisconsin when I was there visiting.
I know you did.
At a thrift store, less than $1. And I'm like, okay, it was calling me. It was like a beacon, big light on.
We were working so hard when we went to the lake, we didn't even get to the thrift store. They have 3 of them on Main Street in Watoma.
Oh, really? Yeah.
We'll have to go back.
You have to go back. Yeah, definitely. I got just because.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Family and all right. So first of all, tell people about the new podcast.
Because we needed to fill up more of our time.
That's funny.
Yeah, right. I'm getting ready for your retirement, Coach. We are launching a new podcast. It's in the works. I think I got 4 interviews, so it'll be trickling out soon. It's about the business of youth sports. So go check it out at Youth Sports Insider. Sign up, and we will get you on the list and let you know when it launches. youthsportsinsider.com. If you're an operator, an AAU program, you operate a gym, interested in learning how to get sponsorships, if you're a sponsor, we're going to break it all down for you. We have some great guests coming in. So youthsportsinsider.com. And
then talk about our checklist too, Coach.
Yeah, go check out coachingyouthhoops.com/season-checklist, coachingyouthhoops.com season-checklist. We'll put both URLs in the show notes, but it's everything you need to plan out your season. Season planning starts at the end of the last season, depending on what you have to do. It's time to evaluate your plays, create new playbooks, start doing your research. So by the time your season rolls around, you are ready. The season checklist breaks everything down for you. Again, coachingyouthhoops.com/season-checklist.
All right. Now, what's today's topic?
Basically, skills not to focus on at the youth level. I specifically, want to focus kind of like in the 3rd and 4th grade level. We could, generically talk about others, but I think this is where it kind of all starts. And
it does.
One of the things I remember when I coached my first 3rd and 4th grade team, I didn't know what I didn't know, right? And when you start coaching, you if you played before, you kind of know the game, you kind of know how it breaks down. You watch other games and you just want to teach the kids a bunch of stuff. But one of the key things you're missing is their developmental cycle, where their brain is at even, right? And the concepts there. And you know, as we talked about on the show before, it's like breaking everything down to the tiny pieces. But this discussion is about what not to teach. Like, don't waste your time on.
So I'll tell you a story. Here's a story.
Yes.
So last weekend, I ran a free youth clinic for my youth program. So by myself, a little crazy. So I had second through fourth or second through fifth, and I had about 40 kids and me. And then after that, I had older kids. Anyway, so I'm sitting in our pre-talk. We're talking about basketball I'm sitting them all in the center circle.
Yeah.
And for somehow it came up where we're talking about shooting form, and I was talking about shooting form and doing some stuff. And then I said, none of you should shoot 3-pointers ever. And this is like second through fourth grade.
Okay.
And one of the kids raises his hand. He goes, my dad says I can shoot threes whenever I'm open. And like one of the kids, it's like a third grader. And I go, well, I can, and then another kid goes, I can hit 3-pointers all the time and blah, blah, blah. Yep. And it's like, I said, well, then I got into this. You don't get into a discussion with a third grader anyway about their ability to do that. But that would be the number one thing at this age level, that they're not strong enough. They're not strong enough to shoot that distance consistently and with proper form. And that is something, a skill. The deep shot 3 is one skill that you should definitely that should not be worked on ever. Like, they just shouldn't shoot that. That's more than my guy shooting in an NBA 3 level. That's the issue. It's this two-handed shove because they're not strong enough to get it up from that distance. There should be another 3-point line for young kids, ideally on a court.
That's an interesting concept, yeah.
Isn't it? It's like it should be like, and the top of it should be like the free throw line.
Yeah.
And going down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like we have a college one and an NBA one. We should have a youth one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That and getting rid of the jump ball are my two things that would help the game, I think. Anyway.
Interesting. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, and that actually brings it. I mean, you mentioned the jump ball. I wouldn't worry about the jump ball. Just show them where they line up.
Right, but I mean, we only jump the ball once. It's a skill. It's a thing that I don't know why we have it anymore. They don't even have circles at the free throw lines anymore. They have a half.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because no one does it anymore. So why do we do it at the beginning of the game?
Yeah.
Why not just anyway? That's one of my fights for the change of game of basketball.
Anyway. Yes, keep on going down the list. So yours is threes. I would say for me, my biggest thing is the press, like a press, and then of course a press break, right? Just stop pressing in third grade. Just stop at every level.
Right.
And I'm sure we're here. Well, when are they going to learn? They got plenty of time to learn. There's other things that they need to focus on other than how to press and how to create and your press break. Just stop. Right?
Stop. Just stop.
And I would say, and the nice thing is, some of the leagues across at least in the United States, they're putting these things into place. Like, you can't shoot threes. I mean, you can shoot them, but they still count as a 2, right? Or no press. You can't pick it, anyone up until half court. I just think there's so many other detailed skills that you need to put your precious practice time on. Again, you got an hour and a half, maybe twice a week. Some people only have an hour once a week.
Right.
Oh,
don't do it. All right. So let's give a big shout out to Game Changer Coach.
Yeah, coaches, go check out gc.com/coaching youth hoops. GC is your one app that you need to track all your stats. It'll give you game highlights and post-game analysis, as well as live game streaming. And it's all free for coaches. Go to gc.com/coaching youth hoops.
Awesome. So I know this, I'm not sure this is a skill, but I'm going to throw this out there.
Okay.
The skill you should not teach at the 3rd and 4th grade level is zone defenses.
Oh, yeah, exactly. No, that's it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Those are the things you shouldn't teach. Yes.
You shouldn't teach that. Like, you shouldn't teach that because, like, so I've told one of my youth coaches this. I said, and I was telling you the story about us running our combination defense against the leading scorer in the state. He was averaging, I don't know what he was averaging, almost 40 points a game until we played him, and then we held him to 11. So I was able to teach that in a day, like our box and one, the drops, where they needed to go, how we needed to double him in a day. We played on Saturday and we played that team on Tuesday. So we had Monday to do it. That's it. Monday. We had Monday. And I was able to do it because my guys understood. They understand basic fundamental principles. They understand those kind of things. I can teach people as they move up, you can teach them those kind of things quickly. That's right. You cannot teach man-to-man defense. It takes years to get good at that. And that's why at the 3rd or 4th grade level, you should be teaching them that at that level, in my opinion. Don't you think?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, which reminds me of a conversation I had. I just did a rebounding drill with my team, and then we did a scrimmage. You know how many, these are 8th grade kids. You know how many actually boxed out and rebounded or boxed out? Like, oh my gosh.
I know.
You just want to, as a coach, you want to pull your hair out because
I know. We should
it's not the first day I'm working on rebounding and boxing out. We should do a
podcast on what people should be teaching too at some point. But
yeah,
anyway.
We will.
So if you're a late middle school or high school coach and you want to learn the combination defense that actually stop this player, he's going to be like the 5th leading scorer all time in the state of Wisconsin. I'm going to do a cheap plug at combinationdefense.com and you can go over and get it. So
he's going to be mad. He's probably mad at you. He's cursing you right now.
Okay, next. So we have. You know anything about averages, Coach? So here I'm going to 1 a million, right? One value messed up that average, right?
Oh.
Well, all of a sudden when you're averaging 38, 37, 32, 42, and then I throw an 11 in there, you drop a couple points. Yeah. It messed them up pretty bad, I think. We don't want to play him. We don't want to play him again.
They'll be ready for that.
Yeah, they will.
Okay. So we have threes. We have zone defense. We have press and press break. You alluded to this a little bit, but I think it's this again, we're talking specifically coaching. We're not talking about skills training. We're talking about coaching your team. Don't worry about shooting form. For at the 3rd and the 4th grade level, let them shoot with 2 hands at that level. Work on other things. What do you think about that?
No, I agree. I mean, I think part of that is I think you want to be able to that's the distance issue. I think you can work a little bit on form if they're close enough, but close enough is probably a couple feet and the basket's too high.
That's why I'm considering form. It takes a long time. I encourage them definitely to work on form outside. If you're doing a camp, right, then we work on form. We take time to do that. Spend a lot of time on that. Again, I think it's an important skill, but I don't think you should take a lot of practice time to work on form.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Right. I mean, so let's reiterate that we're talking about practice time. Like
we're talking about practice.
Yes, outside. If you're a dad and you're working with your son or daughter, and your mom working with your in the driveway, absolutely. That's right. And we can
lower the hoop.
Right, lower the hoop, one hand, elbow. We could talk. We could do the whole. We could talk about.
And it is good at that level to start introducing that. Just don't expect them to do it in a game.
Right. Yes.
Right. Under pressure, they're just going to use the 2 hands and throw the ball up.
I agree.
For the most part. Again, we're talking
the young.
Well, and also the average player, right?
Right.
We're not talking about the elite coach with the elite player already turned us off, I guess, anyway. So like, my son can shoot, since he was in 2nd grade, can shoot threes. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Coach, anything else?
Oh, yeah, I got one more.
Oh, you do? You have more? I don't have any.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Yeah.
How about this defending screens? Do you waste any time on how to defend a screen at 3rd and 4th grade?
No, I don't really spend a lot of time on it at a high school level. We just switch everything. So because there's too many ways to do that. We are a hard head.
Oh, there's I always tell my players and coaches, I literally probably teach an entire clinic for 2 to 3 hours on screens and defending screens.
Right. How to set a screen.
How to set a screen. Yeah.
Right.
The different variations of how to defend the screen, how to come off the screens. Like,
so simplifies what
variations.
what I'd say to coaches is like, decide how you want to defend it. Do you want to switch it? Do you want to show? Do you want to but not at the 3rd, 4th grade level at all. You don't need to worry about that.
They don't need to worry about that. Yeah, they can barely dribble for the most part, right?
That's the truth.
So, okay. So we got it covered. So we got threes. Let's do a recap. Threes.
Yep.
Okay, again, what are we talking about? Skills not to focus on in your practice.
Right.
Threes. Zone defense. That's always a controversy.
Yep.
Press and press break.
Yep.
Shooting form and defending screens.
Defending screens.
Anything else that we obvious that we missed?
No. I mean, that's plenty to throw out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's plenty to cross off and not worry about. Yeah.
I agree. All right. Give a big shout out to GC again.
All right, coaches, go check out gc.com/coaching youth hoops. That's gc.com/coaching youth hoops. Take live video of your games. They'll provide stats back to you post game, and parents can tune in if they can't be at the game through the app. So gc.com/coaching youth hoops. Check it out for more information.
All right. Till next week.
Till next week.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event. Up to 50% off, plus free home delivery. Limited time. Exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.